Okay, we're going to use a totally different method than the previous one to recover our device. But in this video tutorial we're not going to use the PC. We're going to use a method completely without a PC for those people who want to recover their device. The recommendation is to watch the video tutorial step by step, without complications, without advancing it so that they can give a solution. To recover our phone, as we can see, our device had a screen lock, and what we did was reset it. We formatted it, and as we can see here we have this little padlock that appears here. We already have this little padlock and we were left with this little padlock. That means this little padlock that appears here, it means that our device has a screen lock, also has the Google account, the forgotten Gmail account, which today with this video tutorial we will be able to recover it. We also have another totally different method than this one for those people who want to apply other additional methods. We will leave it in the description of the video, and in the first fixed comment we will be leaving those methods. Having said that, what we are going to do now is connect to a Wi-Fi network to be able to start the process of recovery. Well, we no longer connect to the Wi-Fi networks. Let's give it what is the complete tour. We'll click here where it says accept and continue. We'll click on it. Then it would take us to the section where it will appear in the Google account. Also the email, our Google account, those two options will also appear. When we get there is where we will start the process. In this video tutorial we are not going to use the blocked SIM card option. We are not going to use any blocked SIM card or with any PIN code. We are not going to enter what is the setting, since those methods where previously we entered what was setting, and from setting we could disable application of Google Play services, since those functions are no longer working, since it does not allow us to directly enter those services. So what we are going to do is click here where it says do not copy. We are going to click here. Then we are going to click here where it says use my Google account. We are going to click here. It would take us directly to our Google account. That's why another thing that I always recommend that when we create a Google account, it is advisable to write it down so this doesn't happen, because if we forget the screen lock, we format it and then we can log in with the Google account. It also gives us the option to add the Google account if it doesn't say the phone number. If you don't know the Google account, you will be able to add a phone number that you will also be able to recover with a phone number. Another thing that I also always recommend is that when you create a Google account, it is advisable to always add an alternative email. The alternative email can be of a family member, because it cannot be added with on the same phone, since that is why they are alternative emails that can be recovered. Here we could recover it with the alternative email. But since we don't have it, then we lose that possibility here. We are going to click where it says forget Gmail, and now here we are going to write anything. It doesn't matter, we are going to write anything here. Here we are also going to do the same thing here as well. Now what we are going to do is do this function here for about 30 seconds. After we do this for 30 seconds, we are going to apply the process of recovery. This would help us later. It would help us later on what? To enable an additional function for us to be able to recover our device. Come on, that said, then what we're going to do now is return it, which is backwards, to be able to start the process. As we had said, we're going to use a totally different method. We're going to use a different method. We go back. Now we click forward. We're going to wait here, we're going to click here that says Motorola. Policy and privacy, now we go down, we click the last option, we go down, we click here where it says Motorola.com. Support from there where we will be able to enter our previous device. Now we give here to this profile. We will select Google, here we will give it here where it says help. Here it tells us that our Motorola is totally blocked, we will give it help here. We give it help, it seems that it is not working anymore. Yes, it is working, help here because there are some functions that are no longer working. But from here we will be able to enable this function, we will click here above. Click here and above we will do it. Maybe the first one will not work for you but then it will work for you. Here we will give it here where it says share. Then we select Google Chrome and now Google Chrome no longer works. If it does not work for you in Google Chrome, do not worry, I will show you another option too. We give it here in Google Chrome, we will write here message. New message, we write any phone number. Be it any number, it does not matter, be it short, small or long. It does not matter, any number, we will see click here, nothing comes out. Then here we will write www, YouTube. .com. Let's see if it lets us in directly from here. Here we're going to click here quickly here. Here, oh, it's outdated, it should have been up there. It's outdated, okay, let's see then here we're going to take a photo to see if it lets us in from here. We take a photo, we click here on the little arrow. We click on it now we click here on share. We're going to look for an option that says search for an image, it gives us no option. Where it says search for an image, it shows us. I think not, no option appears, we click here on Google Maps. We'll see to see if it lets us go there, we click here on skip. We give it all the permissions, we click here. We click on cancel, it lets us in. We go back, then here it takes us directly to Google Maps. This is the option that we were looking for that arrives. To Google Maps here, since it let us enter Google Maps, then what we are going to do now is click on the little ball that appears here, we are going to click here. In settings we click here, in notifications we are going to enable these. Notifications, we enter the notification again, they are already enabled, that is what we want. Now what we are going to do is notification, I tell you. Here the location, sorry. We are going to click on it, this is going to appear, we are going to click here OK. They are going to click on it, now we are going to go up to the third accessibility. Enable this accessibility, now it goes back. In back, then location adjustment. That is why sometimes there are many people who these methods do not work for them, because they do not apply as we are doing. We are going to click here where it says all, nothing appears. Now we give the 3 dots show. If system, here the Google Play services appear. What are we going to do here? Well, let's wait for it to focus. Let's click on this little ball, this magnifying glass that appears here, and we'll write accessibility. Axi, we wait, we delete the letter. Now it appears, we select accessibility. We select this accessibility menu. Ready, it's already enabled, now we go back. Back, we delete this accessibility. Now we're going to write battery. We're going to click on this one that says battery usage of the apps. And here we're going to select this one that is selecting us. Now we're going to go down, we're going to look for the Google Play services. Now we're going to disable those Google Play services. Now here it's going to stay like this. Now what we're going to do? We're going to restart our phone, we restart our phone. We're going to wait for our phone to restart completely and then complete the operation process. That's why it's always advisable to watch the video tutorial step by step so that you don't miss any details and can give your device a solution. Since these devices always have a screen lock also with the forgotten Gmail account. Doing exactly as we are explaining, you will be able to give it a solution and you will be able to recover your device. Now what are we going to do? Let's wait for our phone to restart completely. Let's wait for our phone to restart, let's wait. Now here we are going to click accept and continue, and we are going to wait for it to take us to the next settings. Here when we get to where it says do not copy is where we are going to start. We are going to start the recovery of our device. But I always want to tell you that when doing this recovery, when we already have our phone fully recovered, we are always left with some errors. What are those errors? The screen does not work correctly. When we lock the screen and we hit skip the screen, it will no longer be working. Either it would get stuck or suddenly it tells us that the application stopped or the Play Store or the operating system continues to fail. In order to correct all these errors, we always give you the solution from beginning to end. That's why it's always advisable to watch the video tutorial step by step so that you cannot miss any details and you can solve your device. We are going to wait a few seconds until the process is completely finished. We are going to click here where it says do not copy. When we get to this point, the screen will stay flashing here. Okay, that's where we want to go. Now we go back. We're going to click the three dots here. We click here where it says recent app, that function already takes us. Now, so what are we going to do? We're going to select Assistant to see how far it takes us, use without a Google account. Assistant use without a Google account, here it takes us a while. Well, if it takes a while, then we're going to click here again, we click use Google account. It won't open for us, it doesn't matter, we're going to give it accessibility. We're going to click here where it says accessibility settings, that we're going to select. This magnifying glass that appears here we're going to write battery, we're going to write battery usage of apps here, the option that is shown to us, we're going to select it. That also says battery usage. And now what is search for Google Play services, here it is disabled, don't worry. We enable it, we go back gently, don't accelerate. Now if you have any SIM card here inserted in your phone, what we're going to do is disconnect that SIM card. We're going to disconnect the SIM card, then we're going to remove it, sorry, then we click here configure offline or continue offline. We accept here. Now we click here on this pin, we click skip, we are going to click skip, we click now that now no, and now no, ready, we click next, now. I'm going to show you the errors that we have left on our phone. These are the errors that it leaves us. As you can see, it lets us enter, but it does let us go down. So what we're going to do now is this. We're going to go to what is the last option, to the last options. We're going to go and we're going to here in system. Being here in system, we're going to click reset. We're going to reset our phone. What happens is that when we go to reset our phone, it would eliminate all the errors that our phone has. We would be left with a phone without errors, free of any errors, to be able to use our device. When it restarts, we are going to configure it normally without any errors.